Okay.
As American as apple pie is a very common phrase used to describe very typical American things like, for example, Uncle Sam, McDonald's, fireworks on the 4th of July. But as popular as apple pie is in the land of the free, it's actually not all that American. In fact, apples themselves aren't even that American. When the first settlers arrived over in the New World, as it were, there weren't really apple trees, only crab apple trees, which, as you know if you've tried one, aren't really great for making apple pies. But, however, a lot of those first settlers were Dutch, and with them they brought a lot of apple seeds. In fact, it wasn't until 1774, with the story of Johnny Appleseed planting all the apple orchards along the American frontier, that you can start to wonder maybe when was the first apple pie over there. Whereas here in the Netherlands, the first apple pie was recorded in a cookbook in 1514, an old recipe very similar to what they make today, with the lattice and the pastry on top decorations-wise, served with a nice big helping of cream, or as it's known in Dutch as appeltaartslager. And in fact, another obvious difference between today's apple pie and the old one was sugar, as sugar back in the old days was very hard to come by, very expensive, and that really didn't take off until the Golden Age, and that's also thanks to the Dutch. But in the end, it was America that took over and eventually became one of the largest producers of apples in the world. Over 220 million bushels of apples are produced each year, only second to China, which makes you actually kind of wonder, if they're making over half of the world's apples, should the saying actually be as Chinese as apple pie?